Y'all, I read this story from Kat, and the whole time I was reading, the only thing that I could think was what in the Kentucky Fried is going on here. It is every mom's worst paranormal nightmare. So Kat's story is right along the same lines of the subject matter we were discussing in yesterday's scary story. Make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. We shared Allie's experience along with a personal scary story from my family. Kat did say that she has always been prone to having sleep paralysis encounters, ones where she would even see things standing at the foot of her bed, but that she attributes a lot of these experiences over the years to just her own personal anxieties. She did say, though, that there have been 3 times in total where she has gone through something that she knows was paranormal, and this is the scariest experience. Keep in mind as well that Kat is married and she has 2 sons. One is 7 years old, the other is 12. One night while Kat is asleep in her bed, she begins to hear the voice of what she described as an old woman. She said she knows it was not a male voice, but that the second she started hearing this in her head, she knew that it was evil. And it gave her the most overwhelming sense of dread and doom. Now, she cannot remember exactly the specifics of what this old woman was saying to her, but she does know that it was tormenting her and threatening her, and that it was just a very malicious type of presence. Now, as this terrifying experience is going on, Kat begins to say to herself in her head, "This is all fake. It's not real. Go away. Leave me alone." Things like that. As she is saying this, the old woman, responds to her and says, "This is real. I am real. And if you don't believe me, just watch. I can get to them too." At that exact moment, her bedroom door flies open. This jars her awake, and when she sits up, she sees her 12-year-old son, visibly shaken, standing at the end of her bed. It's important to note, Kat said, that her 12-year-old son, he is the stereotypical older child. He is not overly dramatic. He is very mature for his age, and he never wakes up from dreams. So what he said next chilled her to the bone. He looks at her and he says, "Mom, I had a bad dream. I can't even explain it, but I cannot go back in there." Now, Kat said that this really freaked her out because it was so out of character for her son, but also the timing, right? And she tried to play it off like it didn't freak her out, so she didn't scare her son more. She asked him what happened. That son said that in his dream, an old woman with black eyes came into their house, walks up to Kat, and breathes some sort of evil energy onto Kat. Now, Kat breathes in this evil energy, and then she walks over to her children and breathes it onto her children. And in the dream, the children all get sick and pass away. Kat said that the fact that not only had they both seen the same woman in their dreams, but that this old woman used her to harm her own children. It was pure evil. It was sadistic. And when she heard her son say this, she said she lost her shit. And they are Catholic, so she got her holy water. She is cleansing and praying St. Michael's prayer. She just is absolutely beside herself, terrified, and can't even hide it at this point. So that essentially is the scariest night of her life. And any time that she thinks about this, it still sends a chill down her spine. If you have a spooky story of your own that you would like to share, feel free to comment or send me a DM. Add me on Facebook, same handle, Ottoman Appalachia. Stay tuned for some more creepy stories this week. We have got a wild lineup like I have told y'all before, and I'm also thinking about sharing one of my own personal scary stories again, so stay tuned for that.